everybody and welcome back to my channel, and today what I'm going to do is a look which I am guilty of wearing most days, and it is just a warm toned cut crease look basically. I like to stick to the more warm toned eyeshadows because I've got blue eyes, so oranges and like pinks and stuff like that, I feel like they bring out my eye colour a little bit more, which is what I like to use. I also like to be nice and bronzed and tanned. I haven't got any fake tan on at the moment, I'm like proper pale, but I feel like not as much on my face, but on my like rest of my body I'm a bit more olive toned, so my skin I think suits being more bronzed than like really cool and stuff, so I usually go for more of a bronzed look, which is what I'm going to show you guys today. And I thought I would talk you through it and just have a bit of a chat as well and turn it into like a chit chat, get ready with me. I'm not really doing much today, I've only got work later, so really I don't need to wear all of this makeup, but I thought why not pop it on. I've also shoved my hair just up because it's like proper greasy at the top, so just don't pay any attention to the mess that is my hair at the moment. But we're going to start on the face. I prefer on a day-to-day basis to start with my base makeup because I basically do the same thing every single day, so I just like to kind of get it done out of the way, and then you can have a bit of fun. So first thing I like to start with is the iconic Prep Set Glow Spray, just to kind of give my skin a little bit of a luminosity underneath the foundation. Ooh. This stuff is so nice and it just makes you look so glowy and nice. And then I'm going to go in with a pore filling primer. I either go in with a pore filling primer or a like added luminosity primer like MAC Strobe Cream or something, but I've been liking this pore primer from NYX. It's just called Pore Filler, pretty basic, and I always feel like the pore filling primers, they just look like gross. They literally look like pus on a spot. It's gross, but I have quite big pores, I feel like at the moment, around like this area on my cheeks, which aren't my fave, so I'm just trying to kind of, you know, cover them up a little bit. Then for a foundation, on an everyday basis I don't like to wear a really full coverage foundation, so I like the Kiko Smart Hydrating Foundation. Pop it in my beauty blender. This is a Profusion sponge, which I've been using recently. My mum got it for me for Christmas. It was just in like a little like set thing. Really like this foundation because you can still see my skin through it. It's not one of those foundations that it literally looks like you've got like 5 layers on your face. Like, you can actually see your skin, which on an everyday basis is what I like. Blend it in. I do just prefer using a sponge because I prefer the coverage. I feel like it sits on the face a lot nicer, and it's so easy to blend with a sponge, like so easy. I'm then going to cream contour just because I find it so much easier to cream contour than to like try and properly blend and just keep like getting up enough colour on my cheeks. So I'm going to use, this isn't actually a contouring product, it's a foundation. It's the MAC Studio Fix Foundation Stick, and it's NC50, which is obviously very dark, but for a contour, like a cream contour, it's perfect for me. I don't like to draw it on my face, I like to like tap it on my sponge at the bottom because I find it blends so much easier and looks a lot more natural. You can see that colour. This is like a really warmed toned colour. Now what we're going to do is conceal, and I'm going to use the Jeffree Star Magic Star Concealer. This is in the shade C5. This is very light. It's alright at the moment because I've got no fake tan on, but when I've got fake tan on, I have to mix it with a darker concealer because it is very, very light. But the coverage on this concealer is insane. Like, it blurs, honey, it blurs. And I like to apply my concealer down the highlights of my face, so all in my T-zone, just to kind of highlight and balance out the fact that my under eyes are quite a lot lighter, because I do like a very light under eye. So just blend it, and I then obviously, because I've got some real contour on the other end of the sponge, and I use the same sponge for everything, it means that I can blend it seamlessly in. Now we're gonna set my face. I don't like to set all of my face because my skin is quite dry. So I'm just going to take this Revolution powder. I have just recently picked up a pressed powder from RMCA, but it is so messy. I need to get like a little like container or something I can decant it into, because at the moment I literally am just covering everything in that powder as soon as I open it. So I need to just kind of sort that situation out. So I have just reverted back to the classic Revolution powder. This is in a white, literally just like a base white shade, because I like to really brighten under my eyes. I think because of my skin tone I can get away with it, but if you're any darker than me, don't apply just like a, you know, stark white powder. But I think it, you know, it looks alright. It looks alright, so we'll take it. We'll take it. I'm then going to just add a little bit more contour on my face. I'm going to use the Revolution Contour and Glow palette. I'm going to use this shade. As you can see, I like this shade a lot. And I use a angle brush. Looks like this. This is the Morphe E4 brush. Oh fuck. You'll learn this quickly about me, that I'm clumsy as. So I drop basically everything, and how I haven't like properly completely shattered like an eyeshadow palette or something, I have no idea. Like, I've shattered like face powders and like contours, palettes and stuff like that. I've shattered those, but I've never shattered an eyeshadow palette. Touch wood. I don't know how I've done it, because I'm so clumsy and drop everything. I'm then going to put on some blush, because I love blush. This is the Clinique Cheek Pop in Rosy Pop number 13. It's a really nice warm blush, and I'm going to use the Morphe M527 brush. I like a lot of blush, so just smile. Just blend this onto my face. I like to blend it in with my contour, and just basically put it all over my face, really. I think blush is one of those things that just makes you look more awake and like fresh. Only problem with this brush, occasionally it does molt. I like to pop some on my nose as well. I'm then going to apply some highlighter. This is the Be Perfect Sub-Zero Mitchell palette. I love this palette. And on a day-to-day basis, I will use a mixture of In Blankets, which is this one right here, and Made It, which is this one right here. I like the mixture between them. Look at that sheen. I'm such a highlighter person. Like, sometimes I borderline put too much highlight on, but can you really ever have too much highlight? That's my question. Right, the last thing I'm going to do on my face before moving on to my eyes is apply this little dream product, Freck, which basically makes your own like freckles. It's like a little cute little applicator, looks like this, and it's got like the perfect colour for your freckles. It's just the perfect thing, and I don't like to do loads of freckles on a day-to-day basis. All I like to do is kind of emphasize the beauty like marks or like freckles that I already have on my face. So you would see them if I wasn't wearing makeup, so like I do just a couple. So that is my base makeup done. So I'm now going to move on to my eyebrows. I do my eyebrows after my foundation and my base. I know a lot of people like to do their eyebrows first. I just never have been able to. Like, I just don't understand how you can do eyebrows and then do like bronzer, because my bronzer brush is friggin' huge and it just will mess up my whole eyebrow. So it's like, well, what is the point? So I just like to take a spoolie and brush them out. Oh, these eyebrows are bushy at the moment. Like, they need a little bit of TLC. I really need to pluck them, but I just really can't be arsed. I'm gonna take the MAC eyeshadow in charcoal brown. It's what I like on my eyebrows, works nicely. I prefer an eyeshadow because I feel like I've got a lot more precision with what I'm doing. So I follow the natural shape of my brow. I like to fill in the arch at the front, at the back first. Just, you know, get more of a rounded shape going on, and then brush the hairs up. These brows, oh my god, they need plucking so badly. And then I go underneath and just, you know, do a line, and then we just fill in. We fill in the middle. It's so hard to fill in these brows at the moment because they are just so bushy. And I've got hair bloody growing up here, hair down here. It's like, oh, for God's sake, I really don't want to pluck you because it hurts like wills. But I know how I like to pluck my eyebrows and how I do my eyebrows, so I don't trust anybody else. So I just kind of shoot myself in the foot. I then like to just take a little bit more product. I don't take loads, and just go at the top and then underneath, and just kind of make that a little bit fuller at the bottom, and just make the shape a little bit more cohesive, you know, through the brow. I'm just gonna put in some of my favourite brow product ever, and it's Soap Brow. This stuff, if you love a fluffy brow, you need to get yourself some of this. So just have like a little spray bottle. This one's literally just like an old Tropics toner that I've just used the bottle for. Just spray a little bit of water in it just to activate it, because it is soap. And then you're just going to want a spoolie and rub your spoolie around in it and just build up some, you can see, build up some of that product, and then just get some of that on your spoolie, and then you're going to want to brush up your brow hairs. Now it just makes your brow look so much thicker and like bushier, which probably I don't need at the moment, but we love a bushy browed person, you know. Gotta go for the bushy brows. And it just kind of makes the eyebrows look a little bit more cohesive with each other at the moment, especially because mine are so like hard to fill in. This just kind of gets rid of the whole, like, they're definitely not filled in the same, so we love that. We're now going to start on the eyeshadow. So I'm gonna prep my eyes with the P. Louise base. This stuff honestly is a game changer. If you love doing makeup and you wear quite a bit of eyeshadow, or you wear eyeshadow daily, you know, and you have any trouble with your eyeshadow, maybe the pigment not coming out to its full potential to what it should be, it maybe wears off during the day, you need to get some of the P. Louise base. Honestly, it has changed the game for me. Now I'm going to use a palette which I have not used in a long time. I'm bringing it out of the works, and it's the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. This palette's gorgeous. I got it when I was in New York and it's beautiful, but I just don't reach for it enough, really. And then if I don't have a shade that I want in there, I've just got this Makeup Revolution Forever Flawless Fire palette, which looks like this. This is a stunning palette. So we're going to dip in between these two, I think. So I want to go for more of a orangey look. It's kind of just like my go-to. I love an orange look. So I don't know what that was. So I'm going to go in with a MAC 217 brush. I love these brushes, they just look like this. And I'm going to go in with the shade Golden Ochre and just tap off the excess. I do find with the Anastasia eyeshadows you do get quite a lot of kickback, so just tap off the brush before you apply it on your eye. And I'm going to go into my socket. Probably should be doing it this way so you can actually see what I'm doing. Just pop this. As you can see, look, that's how much shadow comes off. There is quite a lot of kickback, but they do have really nice pigment, so you do just kind of have to deal with it if you want the pigmentation of these shadows. I'm then going to take the shade Burnt Orange, which is a slightly darker, more orangey kind of colour, and just start to blend that into the eye also. I'm then going to go in with the shade Regular, which is like a more of a deeper orange, and just put that right on the outer corner. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut my crease, because I just prefer to cut my crease and it opens my eyes up a little bit more. I'm going to use the P. Louise base in white because it's just a little bit more bright than the shade 0.5, which I used to use it all over my lid a minute ago just to set the base. And then just tap it like that. You can see the pigment, it's white, it's proper white. And just carve out that shape that you want on your eye. So once I've done that, as you can see, it makes my eyes appear a lot bigger. And then I've not set it at all yet. I'm then just going to go back in with the brush that we've been using and take the shade Regular again, and I'm going to mix it with Cypress Amber. Just do a bit of a, you know, mix it together and just blend in that line that we've made. And once we have done that, I like to add a bit of a transition shade on the lid. So I'm going to take the shade Lava, which is this bright orange in the Revolution palette, and I'm just going to apply that in the centre of the eye. And then once I've done that, what I like to do is take just a small little like detail brush, and I'm going to take a shimmer shade. I'm going to take Primavera, I believe that's how you pronounce it, from the Modern Renaissance palette, and I'm just going to blend that in the part of the cut crease which we have not popped any shadow in yet. Then what I'm going to take is I'm going to go back in with the Be Perfect palette, and I'm going to take these two shades mixed just on a tiny little like pointed brush, and we're just going to pop that in the inner corner just like that, and it's really nice and bright. And then I take the shade Made It, which I used on my cheeks, and just put this above the brow bone just to make it pop a little bit more. So the next thing I'm going to do is, I don't like to apply eyeliner on an everyday basis when I've got loads of eyeshadow on, because I like the eyeshadow to be the main focus, but I'm going to take a brown kohl eyeliner. This is the Kiko Smart Coloured Liner in the shade 6, and it's just a brown shade, and I like to pop this in my tight line and on the outer corner of my waterline. Chucking it through my door. You can see the difference it gives on just on the tight line. It just kind of, I think it just brings something to the look. So there's that done. I'm now going to curl my eyelashes and pop some mascara on. So now I've done that, on an everyday basis I might leave it like that, but I'm gonna pop on some lashes for you guys and show you guys kind of my favourite everyday lash if I wanna pop on a lash in the morning. And these are the Kiss foam ink lashes. So for the glue that I use the Duo Lash Glue. This is just the blue one, which is the one that is white but then it dries clear. I'm just gonna let those sit for a few minutes and get a little bit more tacky, and while that's doing that, I'm gonna do my lip liner. So this is the Profusion matte lip liner in Matte Bear. Just looks like this. Needs a good old sharpen. Really, fucking pencil just broke. So I like to start at the end and then bring it in, because I find if I go like that I can curve the top of the lip a lot easier. And then where my Cupid's bow is, I don't like to have a really defined Cupid's bow. I prefer just to go over my Cupid's bow and eliminate it. So I just draw, overline it. So as you can see, I do overline my lips a little bit. So I'm now, once I've done that, is I'm just gonna test out my eyelashes and see how we are doing. They are turning a bit clear, so I can tell that they're nearly there. These are what the lashes look like. They're gorgeous, and I keep my eye open when I apply my lashes. I know you probably can't take me seriously right now because I've just got one lip lined, so I look a bit weird, but keep my eye open, and I like to hold my lash like this and place it down onto my eye like this instead of trying to go at it like that. I find it easier just to pop it on like that, so it makes it a lot easier in my opinion. So I just take some basic tweezers, you know, whatever. These ones are from Superdry and I really like them, and they've got a really good grip, and they're not too expensive, so yeah, I'd recommend these. But just go like this and just sit your lash down like that, and then pull in the corners. Like that. I'm then just going to take one of these little things, it's like a lash tweezer, and I'm going to go along my lash band and just tweeze it, well, like squeeze it so it blends in with my natural lashes. Right, so those lashes are now on, so we're going to just finish off lining my lips now. So we'll do the bottom. Just like that. I don't like to overline the bottom lip, I just like to overline my top lip a little bit. I'm then going to use the shade Mannequin Fried Jeffree Star. I've got the big version, but it's basically on its last legs, so I'm just going to use the little mini one. This is my all-time favourite nude lip. I love it. I'm then going to go back in with my mascara, and we're going to pop some bottom lash mascara on. I love really long wispy bottom lashes. Anybody else can't do mascara without opening their mouth. I don't know why, I just have to. I'm then gonna, I'm not sure if I want to put a gloss on because I do love a gloss. I might go a bit glossy. I'm gonna use the Jeffree Star, the gloss, and this is called I'm the Boss. It just looks like this. I love Jeffree Star packaging, it's so good. And I'm just gonna take a tiny little bit of gloss and we're gonna pop it in the center of my lips. Just a little bit. I don't like to go like hella loads of gloss. Like I just like a tiny bit, just to kind of make your lips look a little bit more luscious and voluminous. The last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set my face, and I'm going to use the Morphe the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. I love this because it's like a hairspray, and so it doesn't leave any like really wet patches on your face. It's just really nice and it doesn't like shock you when you spray it. I literally cover myself in it. So this is the final makeup look done. This is like if I've got a bit of time, I want to have a bit of fun with my makeup and want to look good. This is like my go-to. I feel like a rounded eye with a cut crease, that is just what I go to. It's just my go-to look and I love it. I feel like I can do a cut crease in my sleep now. So yeah, this is the final look. Let's not pay attention to my bushy as F eyebrows, but yeah, this is the final look. I think it looks cute. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed watching my video and seeing kind of how I apply my makeup. Ooh, itch. I've got an itchy lash line. Ooh. Oh, this is the worst. Anybody else get really itchy lash line when they've applied their falsies? Oh my god. I want to like get a tweezer and like just shove it in my eye because it just... Ugh. Anyways, I'm gonna wrap this video up or we will be here forever. If you guys made it to the end of the video, well done, because I have a feeling this is going to be a long video. Sorry in advance, but I hope you guys enjoyed it and I will see you guys in my next video. Love ya.